All right, welcome to Game 3 of the 2017 MRDA Championships. We are about to see the Puget Sound Outcasts face off against Austin Anarchy. I am Julia Sleazer, and I'm joined here by the beautiful Captain Malice.
Hello, Julia. Charmer. So we have just had basically the two of the European teams face off with two of the American teams, and that's been an excellent litmus test of where we are. And now we're here for the first All-American game. Mm-hmm. And this is going to be interesting here because we have, obviously, Puget Sound Outcast, excellent team, excellent pedigree. Going to come here, going to apply their trade against a very, very interesting Austin team. Yeah. They had an excellent showing, in my opinion, at the North American qualifier. I'm going to be very intrigued to see how things go.
Yeah, I was at the North American qualifiers. I was really impressed with how Austin played. Mm-hmm. And I am, as well, very interested to see how this game turns out. So we can go through the rosters that are on your screen. Start off with Puget Sound Outcasts. To be 11 Thunderstruck, 12 Nasty Nicky Nightstick, 14 Ryrod, 15 Kieran, 2 Vita Ramon, 20 The One The Only, 22 Optimus Squad, 2468 Dylan Bots, 309 Fancy Pants, 33 Arsenic, 37 Stark, 41 Rogers, 512 Ostentatious, 55 Corporal Punishment, 44 Armagerd, and number 70 Kilwalski.
And here we have the Austin Anarchy team roster. Number 1 is Bruiser Lee. Number 22, Antrax. 221, Bruce Payne III. 23, Sonic Boom. 303, El Nino. 35, Shocknado. 49, Revelation. 5, Todd O'Matic. 51, Naked Alien. 5150, Speedy Rella. 619, Aquadan. 818, Vicious. 88, Danny B. 915 PB and Jam, and 1587 Flawed Freeman.
All right.
I'm quite glad we've got another Ermagerd.
I know. I saw her down. She's not actually going to be skating in this game. Oh. And I said, "Did you see we have Omar Gerd?" And she was like, "Yeah."
Well, we got to have Puget versus Manchester for that to be a fun.
Right? Yeah. Cross your fingers. Check your brackets. Is it possible?
Is it possible?
There's also a ref. I'm not sure. I think it's a European ref that's called
I'm fairly sure I've been at that event. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of. It's fun to say. I've done entire jams doing the oh my god, it's for parents, and that's what's made me really popular. Yeah. With no one, actually. So we do have a pretty substantial crowd, especially
Yeah, it's for a Friday lunchtime.
Yeah, it's for Friday.
It's a Friday lunchtime, and there are people here from all over Europe, America. The world is here.
Yeah, it's great. I'm really excited about this tournament. I've been looking forward to this for months.
I very much enjoyed the fact that the Scottish fans have grouped around the penalty box. They must not be able to hear anything going on. The Scots are loud peoples. But we're here for the first jam, and quickly off the line, and frantically, we have a lot of movement here. Anarchy nearly took out a ref.
That is Ostentatious out for Puget Sound Outcasts, and up front.
Yeah, he's now got to go all the way to the back. He's got a lot of work to do with Austin. Set up a nice race 3, and Antrax is bridging them out. Lovely. PB and Jam trying to find some space at the front, but no give. Vito doing some good work. Edging, nope. Optus Quad going back in for another capture, and a beautiful shoulder check to the inside.
Yeah, definitely. Vito and Optimus really holding up front. As you said, Bots now headed off to the box. Not sure what the call was. That is going to give Austin first jam out, lead jammer status. It's got to put some fear into Ostentatious.
Ostentatious. Austin from Austin playing Austin.
It's true. That's real life right now. Yeah. This is history you're witnessing. Austin really, really hung up as Naked Alien, really working well with his teammates. Vicious Owl in the back.
And with this blocker advantage now, Austin feeling comfortable to break out a cube wall. Got a 4-wall cube. Not seen those for a couple of years.
Looks like, for a second, I thought Austin had gone on the offense.
He's just still... There's no need in there. He's only got 2 blockers to beat PB and Jam, who runs in Optimus Quad.
Optimus Quad is really a force to be reckoned with by himself, and he's back there in the back for just a second, trying to control the back.
And there's Ostentatious making his way out finally. Oh, little spill there at corner 1. PB and Jam upside down with a foot in the air.
Yeah, I was like, if you heard that thud, that was PB and Jam as he's calling it off
And he's
from
not,
the floor.
He's not a big guy to make that kind of thud. He must have hit with some force.
He looked happy.
Well, he just got the first 10 points for his team.
Right.
I would be happy.
Definitely.
But I'm not a jammer. It'd be amazing if I got points.
Right.
Okay. Quick official.
Already?
Yeah.
And yeah, okay, it's an official timeout. I was like, an official review, and the Jam won.
That is some brave bench managing if that was the case.
All right.
Yeah. So quick chin.
Shout out to Quad Skate Shop, not on site. You can check them out at quadrollerskateshop.com.
There's a lot of conversation going on with the alt referees and the NSOs in the penalty box. So I'm assuming it's going to be some sort of penalty box violation.
Yeah, well, I imagine so. They're talking to Thunderstruck at the moment, which... Was there a points discrepancy then?
It's the chair move situation.
Oh, okay. I see.
And that's an ejection, I believe. That is... Wow. In the first jam, wow. The chair must have impacted an NSO there.
Yeah, well, they are allowed to call that penalty for a reason. So that's Thunderstruck, one jam in, rest of the game out, I suppose.
Wow. Playing the long game, he should be fresh later on. That's something to consider.
Yeah.
Silver lining right there.
There you are. So corporal punishment, having committed no sin whatsoever, is seated in the box in place of Thunderstruck, in case you're curious. Of course, Puget Sound is out in blue with green trim. Austin Anarchy.
There's a lovely blue.
Thank you.
If they have
navy,
merch,
as I recall.
If they have merch, I might purchase that.
I'm not sure if they. Somebody asked me a minute ago, and I'm not sure if they brought any or not. Ryrod's the one to talk to, though.
Okay.
So Austin, of course, out in white in that case. It's going to be Fancy Pants, lead jammer for the Puget Sound Outcasts.
Now, this could. I mean, we'll have to talk about that ejection shortly. The action on track is queuing up. Fancy Pants trying to find space, rolls the shoulder, goes through points. Oh, but very quickly through, but not cleanly as Sharknado. He recycles for a no pass, no penalty.
So that's a 5-4 on this jam so far. All right, track cutting penalty being issued to...
I believe it's number 5 for Austin.
Is it? Okay.
I think it's 5.
Oh, no. Yeah, it is.
Yes.
It is number 5.
Automatic.
All right. I lost track of it. Automatic. Having a seat in the box. I thought for a second he was the Austin Jammer, and I was like,
no. Whoop. He was. The Austin Jammer hadn't even entered the pack, and he was perfect.
Yeah, that's right.
If he'd cut anyone, that'd be a miracle back then.
Yeah. Well, things happen.
Well, yeah, as is evident, with 2 jams here and already had an ejection.
Right.
What?
Yeah. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun.
So this is Stark taking the line.
Yep.
Bit slippy on the floor there.
Oops,
ooh, yeah.
There is that
just
slippy
as
bump.
I say, it's
Ow.
just a bit slippy.
Yeah, 303 there, taking a severe bump. Il Nino? Didn't you have a hurricane called that or something? Tropical storm?
Yeah, the hurricane's named for him.
Oh.
So it's going to be a power gem for Austin Anarchy, as Stark has a seat in the box.
And, yeah, unfortunately, that number 55 stuck underneath Il Nino.
That's a 5-point pass for Il Nino as he comes back into scoring position.
Tadamaka with the offense straight away.
Corporal punishment, taking the first knocks as it comes into the pack. A little hop is going to jump over that apex edge. It's another 5-point pass for Austin. Just as that jam ends, Stark is eligible to re-enter play as a 0-point no pass, in fact, for
the shake of the fist.
Yeah, it's the confused snake. Means no pass. Those of you playing at home.
Steal that line. Okay. So Ostentatious back out. You can easily spot Ostentatious by his beautifully long hair.
He's got lovely hair.
And the fact that he's about a foot taller than everyone else.
Yeah, he's a very long human. And then you'll see as we go on, very bendy. He's like a tall Gumby.
But we have another jammer here with a bandana trying to work his way past Optimus Quad. Beam dipped, but no dice. knocked off is PB and Jam.
Yeah, it is PB and Jam again.
It's difficult to call them that. I want to say PB and J, but I
know.
My gut won't let me. But we have had a star pass here.
Yeah, so lead, of course, having gone to Austin, felt comfortable passing it off to Corporal Punishment, who in the past has been part of the Puget Sound jammer rotation, has recently taken himself back to the position he told me he preferred as blocker. Because I said, well, how'd you get out of the jammer rotation? He's like, I want to be a blocker. Yeah. The end.
Well, good tactical change up there to go for the star pass, as PB Jam did have lead already.
It's very comfortable tactically to have Corporal Punishment as your pivot, because you know he can jam, and then he's also very good with
the blocking.
Blocking and controlling the maneuvers that are going to go about. This Fancy Pants out once again, skirting on the outside. He's going to make it though.
But can he make it with Sharknado? Got trapped in the pack.
There we are.
Lead Jam goes to Puget Sound. Sharknado on one to beat at the front rounds, but no recaptured. But they can't hold him.
Bots.
That was beautiful.
He will get under you and hook you.
Yeah.
It was really quite good. He took it all the way until he got that warning. Disengages, goes back to the pack. So that is the jam.
No points.
Yeah, I think it's a 0-0, isn't it?
Yeah. Bots and Walker, both really good. Walker of Vancouver Motor getting very low with that good center of gravity control. Excellent work there by the diminutive blocker.
So Stark is our bandana wearer.
Yes.
So it'll always be Stark.
I want to know, but I want to see some bandana on bandana action now.
Someday. Send a tweet, someone.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of Optimus Quad and Vito for Puget Sound. I believe the ejection maybe meaning they're going to have to double up occasionally. But we do have El Nino out for lead jammer, who's making his way allegedly. Maybe that spill he took at corner 1 early has made him a bit cautious about taking on some speed on this track.
Yeah.
Picks up the 5. Stark popped to the outside there. Tries the inside and makes it clean.
Yeah, kind of steps over onto the inside. He'll be in scoring position shortly. Yeah, I was going to say, but I believe El Nino, having awareness of his position, is going to go ahead and call it off. So it looks like an 8-point jam. Was it?
No, is that a single or a 2? I think it's a 2. So that'll be 7 points, I believe. I couldn't see the. How do you do your 3s?
Isn't that a wee one? But how would it?
Maybe they're doing 3 in a row, and I just can't see them.
Could be.
No, it's.
Or maybe it's got a thumb out.
Yeah, it does say 8 on the board.
All right, so 32 points for Austin Anarchy. Puget Sound still sitting on 7. Ostentatious out again for Seattle's Puget Sound Outcasts. Oh, that's a huge shortcut there.
Yeah,
so it's now a power jam, second power jam of the game for Austin Anarchy.
I think Ostentatious knew it as well. He was moving slowly out of the pack and then sprinting to the bin.
Felt it.
Yeah.
Felt it happen.
When you know, you know.
So Sharknado does take lead jammer status for Austin Anarchy. He's coming in. Yeah, I feel like everybody did slow down a little bit. It's like, slip me once, shame on you, slip me twice.
Well, El Nino, his feet went and he went down hard on his hips. We got another one here.
Yeah, it looks like Sharknado. They've got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, confirmation on the expulsion for Thunderstruck.
Yeah.
It was skater contact to the penalty box chairs forcefully. Okay. I mean, whilst we've got this break and play here for the injured Sharknado, Puget Sound is your home team, as it were. How do you think they're going to react to losing Thunderstruck pretty much in the first jam?
How do you think? I think they'll just be super happy about it. No, Thunderstruck, is a key player, and he's been with Puget Sound Outcasts for a very long time. So it is kind of. I feel it's upsetting to see him go. It's upsetting to see anyone ejected, especially in first jam.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to adapt. When you mentioned that we had Optimus Quad and Vito together, that's a really good pairing for like a 2 brace.
Yep.
So we're going to have to put people around the same size and skill set as Thunderstruck. So we have a replay of the last part of this jam. Austin has come through, and then there's
No, this is the previous jam.
Yeah, I was like, isn't this an earlier jam?
Yeah, that's the one with...
Okay, so here's highlights from moments before. So we've got whistle underway. So we've got less than 30 seconds till our next jam gets out. I believe Sharknado made it out on his side. He looked like he just got the wind pushed out of him.
Yeah, big falls can knock you out a lot more than you really expect.
Right, definitely. And this floor, I feel like this floor is new to everyone. So
it's the great equalizer.
Right. So no pass, no penalty.
Sorry.
Does not allow lead to be gotten by PB and Jam. So Austin is out first, but Austin from Seattle is now out with lead jammer. That's going to mess me up forever now. Ostentatious. I'll use his full name.
Full name him, especially if he's been naughty.
Like ostentatious.
Ostentatious Ostentationton the third.
Right.
His full name.
Don't say his legal name on the feed.
Yeah. But out there, just again, for Ostentatious, good show of experience. As soon as he heard the chirps, the whistles, those hands were on his hips.
Oh, done.
Yep. And as you may see there, they did hold him to nil point.
Yeah. So Fancy Pants sent out this time. He's going to be facing off, I believe that's Il Nino.
Tough start. Fancy Pants got two to beat. One to beat. Beats them.
It's Automatic following him out. So lead is a Puget Sound. Oh, look at Bots' footwork back there. Using his whole body, just sliding back and forth, guarding the whole lane by himself.
Upper arm work is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's the most underutilized blocking tool you can use. Because he clamped him in all with that upper arm. Like,
I didn't know how long he could hold on to it, and he just kept holding on to it. I was like, right on.
Oh, Fancy Pants was left the inside line. He said, thank you, and I'll have those points, please.
What's the first time Puget has scored in quite some time is this jam. We've already got 10 points on. So headed off to the box is the pivot, Automatic. So
he's having a lovely sit down.
Yeah, he's going to have 30 seconds of rest, as it were. So Optimus Quad in the box. He's holding up his seconds left. Looks like about 5. And Automatic having just had a seat. Everybody's down one blocker.
Well, with the Brace 3 being the preferred blocking tool at the moment, you just lose your offense.
Pretty much. Or your potential bridge. The hovering bridge. Which is all right. Wow. Right on.
Very tasty there by the Naked Alien, slipping up the inside.
So Optimus Quad quickly back in play. Part of a 4-wall up front. They're really guarding it. Naked Alien's not having it. Goes ahead, calls it off. Does pick up 2 more points for Austin Anarchy.
Optimus Quad disagreeing with the referee about that call, but his hips were still going past whilst his feet were inbound. Them points count.
Definitely.
We've got an excellent view here of the straightaway, opposite to the pivot line, so we could see all that stuff.
All the things and more.
We just can't see corner 2. So it's fine.
Yeah, but it's
Nothing
a little
happens
bit
at
done.
2.
Yeah, it's all right.
If it happens at 2, it didn't happen, obviously.
Yeah, what happens at 2 stays at 2, am I right?
Ostentation on track here. Yet to have any real significant success, but he's only got 2 to beat at the front.
That's got that 3 for the bridge, the hovering bridge.
Yeah.
Oof.
Danny B with the recycling. Vicious and Antrax in front of him again. This is some good defense from Austin. Waterfall and keeping Ostentatious stuck in the Austin wall.
Yeah, Vita Ramon and Optimus Quad had tried to come break up this wall to get him through.
Oh!
Wow, that was
360 spinning fall there by the bouncy jammer in PB and Jam.
My word. You know what? Good for him. I would have died 3 times in that spin.
And Ostentatious doing the same thing up the front there, but he does get lead jammer whilst falling down.
Yeah, right.
Any way you can get it counts.
Sliding past his own teammates, of course, gets up front, popped immediately out to the outside. He's going to be recycled back. PB and Jam has taken Star off. Does he? Yeah, he does intend to hand it. He's handed it off to Automatic, who has it in hand. In the meantime, Bots headed off to the box.
I believe for interfering with the Star Pass, he was issued a legal procedure. So, the roadly hands.
Yeah.
Could be in front of Star Pass interference.
They didn't try to. Puget Sound didn't try to pass the Star, though.
For interfering with an attempt from Austin.
Interfering. Sorry. I misheard that. All right. right, Austin calling it off from the ground. 2 points picked up by Austin Anarchy. 2 points picked up by Puget Sound. That's a 7-2 gem in favor that time for Puget Sound Outcasts. The score overall in favor of Austin Anarchy, 36-28.
There's a timeout being called here by Austin Anarchy. Start strong for Austin. Now seeing Puget Sound establish a little bit of jam by jam dominance.
I feel like we're still in the feeling out period.
Well, we've already seen the dynamic change very quickly. All the speedy skaters versus slow right down.
Yeah. So might be time to stop off and get some sticky wheels.
Yep. Give me my outdoor wheels, Dad. Give me my outdoor wheels.
Right.
We are 13 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. We are 10 jams in, and it's 5 apiece for lead jammers. So even though the score's a little bit out there, the lead jammers are coming out okay. So let's see how this one goes on from here. Ref's taking a little bit of a chin wag. Always good to see. It is going to still be Bots in the bin, and he's still seated, so he's got at least 10 seconds. Austin Anarchy with the full complement. It's going to be useful having a skater like Naked Alien who can take the star if you need, but go back to that position. Same as we have with Who's More What's It's from Puget Sound, who you just mentioned.
That one.
Corporal
punishment.
That's the one. I want to say Crompton. I don't know why, but that just stuck in my head.
Compton punishment?
No, it's not him. That's not him at all. Back on track, though.
Fancy
4
Pants.
blockers in front of him. Pantsy Pants still fighting his way through. Totomac knocks him to the inside.
Ooh, a high block has been assessed.
And a cut track.
Oh, there's more than one. All right.
Ooh.
So I think it was high block to Naked Alien, and I didn't see maybe an out of play or something for that. Oh, okay.
Oh,
just everyone from Austin just go to the box. Fancy Pants in the box. This is now a power gem for Austin Anarchy, who does have lead jammer status. That is, of course, El Nino out there jamming.
Yeah, but very interestingly, we do have to take into account that the penalty box was full for Austin.
Yeah,
so Bruce Payne is now.
At this point.
Yeah, Bruce Payne's out there already 0 in 30 seconds to the penalty box.
Yeah.
So he's going to keep an eye. He's going to be instructed to go see the seats. D-Bots disagreeing that the referees haven't given a penalty. As a bench manager, I proffer my opinion on this of shut up and skate.
I will not comment on that, but I will nod. You can hear it, right? All right, so there is 10 points for Austin Anarchy, bringing him up to 46. Puget Sound Outcasts, having accrued no points that jam, still sit at 28. We have 15 minutes almost on the dot left in this half.
D-Bots, they're animatedly discussing things with the head referee, but nothing happened from it. We do have a unicorn on a stick in the crowd.
It's a zebra stick.
It is a zebra stick. Oh, sorry, it's an ear, not a horn. Back on track, PB and Jam at the front, trying to find space, rounds the shoulders, and picks up lead jammer.
He had just a few seconds of the power start left, and he really used it to his advantage, of course. Fancy Pants is out of the pack, having gotten through Austin Anarchy's defenses. PB and Jam, and now in for his first scoring pass. Coming in backwards, swooping down, realizing he's going to be obstructed, but that is the full possible points of 4. What are you oohing?
Well, there were 5 Puget Sound skaters on track, including Optimus Cod with a pivot stripe, whilst D-Bots was in the bin with a pivot stripe.
Oh, did they have too many out?
Yep.
Well, did anyone notice?
It was
you?
picked up. No. The
referees
did they send him
away?
I was very confused when I saw Optimus Quad throw off his the pivot stripe onto the floor. Like, why is Optimus Quad angry about something? And then I realized he was leaving track. Whoa, what did he do?
Yeah.
And then I saw him skate past D-Bots going, sorry. All right, okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
Much more sense now. So this is obviously going to revolve Zebra Hull to decide what's going on. And D-Bots was released at the end of that jam, so Puget Sound should be going out with the full complement of blockers, maybe. But we do have a timeout going on, I think.
Yeah, it's a team timeout, having been called by Puget Sound.
Yeah. So whilst we have this, let's just tell you all about the official sponsor of this tournament, which is Roller Derby City. Roller Derby City providing roller derby apparel for you and your team. www.rollerderbycity.com. And if you are here or in the area or maybe coming tomorrow, because it is a Friday, you may be in work and can only come for the weekend, they are here in the building with all of the good stuff. So back on track, we have skaters skating. And a very aggressive push down the outside by Austin Anarchy. Brace 3. Vita Ramon in there with D-Bots.
Corporal punishment up front, filling it out with Optimus Quad.
I think a little tactical shift here by Puget Sound. They went to 4D, trying to maybe contain the very, very explosive Austin Jammers.
Definitely.
Oh, lovely work.
Absorbing. Antrax does take him into the inside. He doesn't have to come all the way back because he knows where he can come in without cutting that time.
Stark nearly tripping over D-Bots' outstretched leg there. Wouldn't have been a penalty. It's his teammate. Stark still got 3 to beat. Naked Alien doing the business at the front, though.
That's some pretty serious wallage to get through. You know, Sharknado at the same time having a lot of trouble getting through. Oh my gosh. All right. So that's Antrax again with the hits. So finally,
after a minute, we got a lead jammer.
Right, so it's going to be Sharknado for Austin Anarchy.
He looks tired.
I can only imagine.
There's an excellent phrase in combat sports. You work the body and you pays dividends later.
Yeah.
Go into a 4D early in the game, sap out some energy of the jammers, take advantage later.
Definitely.
Could be tactics.
So Stark does have Star off. It is just in his hand right now. Doesn't look like he intended to pass it off to Bots. That jam is called well before he can get any points.
Sharknado showing that tiredness. Maybe he's thinking to reserve some energy there.
Yeah, certainly. He's like, I'm good.
I got my points. I'm tired. I'm having a nap.
Rough going.
Just seeing there the Austin, I believe, maybe bench manager indicating to the players to calm. The hand down, the universal chill your beans hand gesture being shown.
Everything's cool.
Yep, ostentatious, trying to take the inside line. Bit of space on the outside. Beautiful block, though.
Ooh, hey.
Oh, no pass, no penalty because he went down. It's fine.
Well, it's all, prior to that, though, El Nino had already gotten lead jammer, so it's all good.
It's all good.
Pack surprisingly fast for maybe the first time in this half.
Optimus Quad doing some lovely work positionally and then physically blocking El Nino on the inside line of that straightaway. 2-1 advantage in favor of Austin on that jam. Low scoring game so far here.
Yeah, just 29-56. A 1-2 jam in favor of Austin Anarchy. Of course, the overall score still sits with Austin Anarchy. You're playing in white, Puget Sound Outcast in the navy blue. Fancy Pants running through the pack. It's lead jammer status straight away for Seattle's Puget Sound Outcasts. Arsenic in play, doing a great job of holding back Austin's jammer.
On track here, recycled to the back. We have PB and Jam as Fancy Pants slips around the outside of corner 2, picking up all those 5 points. He's already back on yet another scoring pass, engaging at the corner. Runs into his own pivot. Back block issued on for Vita Ramon. Fancy Pants got 2-3 to beat. Slips through, calls it just in time.
Question mark? Yep, just in time.
Just in time.
But that was a 9-point jam for Puget Sound Outcasts, which is what they really need right now to try to just like shore up the point differential, at least get it close.
Yeah.
As we are just at 10 minutes left in this half.
Fancy Pants definitely been, in my opinion, the most effective jammer so far.
So far, definitely.
Yeah, Ostentatious and Stark yet to really make their mark on this game. Both of them showing flashes. We just need them to get in there and get that work in.
Certainly.
Drop back straight away from the whistle, puts all the pressure on Stark, tries from the outside. Bulled down, though, by some very, very strong blocking by Aquadan. Old space opens up. Can he make it? He can. Whiff there.
That last-ditch effort by Optimus Quad is going to be Ryrod headed off to the box there for a blocking out of play there.
Back on his scoring pass. Rounds Optimus Quad. D-Bots has got him. Can he hold him? God, he's low. Oh, all by himself. Holds him, slows him, but can't keep him. Wow. He gets low. I heard you say it. I was very impressed.
So 5 points on that pass. Sounds like some penalties happening.
Oh, no pass, no penalty at the start. Massive back block. Whoa! Ooh, that could have been bad.
Well, okay, so it's turned into a power jam for Puget Sound Outcasts. Stark really still trying to muscle his way through, nearly through. It's number 51, Naked Alien, doing what he does.
Yeah, little
huge hits.
Yeah, well, Optimus Quad was just on track as it was someone going through him. No reason, but it's very, very chaotic on that last jump. Stark passes to Bots. He's like, I'm done.
Bots just came out of the box, so Stark's finally able to pass it. Bots through.
Bots like,
it's
no
pass, no penalty.
Yeah, whatever. I'm tired.
Fine. It's all right.
It's again. It's bad. This looks like a hamstring, maybe.
What's that?
El Nino went down, clutching his hamstring. He's just there shaking out his right leg. He may have tweaked something there.
There's everything ever just happened, and so there's going to be an official timeout while everybody remembers how to breathe.
Yeah, what words are.
Sends a note to the mom that says, I love you. Who knows? Whatever you need to do, it's available.
So, quick clarification of some things here. The scores, well, this is Puget Sound of the 6th ranked team in MRDA.
It's true.
And Austin Anarchy, the 11th ranked team in MRDA.
Facts.
And let's look at these scores here. Austin Anarchy with an early lead. Here's the block out. Just gone past it. So there was all that stuff that happened over on corner 4. And it was the big block from Optimus Quad, and then as he was leaving the track, the jammer in the previous jam, I think it wasn't PB and Jam. But I can't
remember. We have a Snapchat.
Oh my god. Snapchat?
You know what?
Oh, where's my phone?
Danger. I don't even have Snapchat installed. I'm like, if I want to be a piece of toast, I'll be a piece of toast.
Okay, so if you do want to snap us your Snapchats, please keep them clean. Yeah. Emojis are good, though. We like emojis.
Cool,
it's MRDA Snaps. MRDA SNAPS. All one word, all one beautiful word. MRDA Snaps. So we're going to have to wait to find out what's happening in this official review, because this is a big conversation going on right now.
Yeah.
But let's go through that last action at corner 4. The Austin Jammer was already going to the bin.
Yes.
Optimus Quad had waved him off to the bin a la Fish in the first game. And then he'd gone and blocked an Austin Anarchy block and knocked him to the ground out of bounds.
Yes.
And then the Austin Anarchy Jammer collided with Optimus Quad, unintentionally, I believe.
Yeah.
But had not left the track in the shortest, most direct manner.
Right.
Were I wearing my bench manager hat? Oh, I'd be going for, I want as a inspiration.
Did he get the insubordination?
But then you could argue, if you were a really, really finicky sort of...
I can be.
Yeah, bench manager. He collided with a skater as a person who should not have been on track. I want like 3 penalties. And then it's really messed with them. And
that's how you don't make friends.
Who needs to make friends if you're a bench manager?
I certainly would have called for insubordination on that. Just because it's like, the reason he collided is that he didn't take the shortest and most direct route. Exactly. Were I managing a bench?
Were I wearing my bench manager hat or mine?
I've never even worn that hat. I've seen
it's a good hat. It's my I don't want to make friends with other people hat, and I want to question everything refs do hat. But, okay, what's going on here? Vita Ramon has been released from the bin, I think. A whole lot of paperwork is going on in the bin. So, just to make you aware, we get our updates in written format delivered to us up here on the balcony.
Is that what the bucket's for?
That's what the bucket is for.
Oh my gosh, that's
bucket
amazing.
With some string delivers updates about official reviews.
Very high tech.
Here's if you won't be able to see it from the
Oh,
camera.
I see
Currently,
it.
our tournament head announcer is reeling in the bucket. He's reeling in the bucket.
Real life. It's real life.
High tech.
Because I was like, I cannot hear what she said on the other side of the track, but she seemed pretty happy about having said it. I want to be happy as well.
Both bench managers are still in the middle and having further conversations. Yeah, tournament head announcer Smacklemore is reeling in the bucket alongside MRDA Board of Directors Statman and announcer, and they are on bucket duty currently. This is an official job here at MRDA Champs. Bucket man, or bucket person.
Bucket manager.
Bucket manager.
Yeah.
Wow. One thing the bucket isn't, it isn't bounce. It's definitely not light.
Right.
Bounce, lighter, stronger, faster, the original carbon fiber boot. It's a big plastic grey bucket. I'm amazed by it.
The orange rope in that.
The bucket delivery is here. The bucket man cometh. Okay, so there was a review on a cut track penalty, and the referees just went, call stands, review lost. Austin, it was the Austin official review. It's a double. Ooh, now we're having another review. Here comes the Puget Sound review.
So if you're playing bingo at home,
this is the big square to get. Yeah,
the square you never get. So
for those of you watching at home, please enjoy the official review conversation between Rock and the.
Do you know who I know is actually watching at home? It's like 5 in the morning where I live. It's
that's an ungodly time right there.
It's not a real time. I've just made this time up.
There's a 5 in the morning. There's 2 5s in the day. That's very shocking news to me.
I've never seen it, but rumor has it it's like 5:30 in the morning. What time is it now? Yeah, it's about 5:30 in the morning, and the Puget Sound Outcasts B-Team Castaways, I've heard tell, are watching. I assume one will message me and confirm this, that he's up. Dedication.
PB and Jam, shimmy, shuffle, shake of the shoulders, rolls through, takes a hip check though, but no dice, as Fancy Pants takes lead jammer.
But hot on his heels, as you said, PB and J, now they're going to make friends just here.
Ooh, lovely shoulder, little push. Glides away from the hip check from Fancy Pants, they're going to play. PB and J takes a little burst of speed, and Fancy Pants goes, all right then.
Yeah. Forcing that call off.
Do love me a shoulder shimmy though.
I do too. So nice. So 0-0 jam, 46-64. That's a Taco Cat. What?
A palindrome for those who don't know what a Taco Cat is.
You should know what a Taco Cat
is. If you've been watching MRDA Champs long enough, you've heard Sleazer's love of Taco Cats.
Taco Cat. It's also a lovely person. I believe she's from Australia that serves the WFTDA. Just saying.
Do you love her as well?
I do. She's really quite nice. Also, anytime I can think about tacos and cats is a good day for me. Ostentatious coming out of the pack did take a little bit of a slide. He's going to have to recycle all the way back. In the meantime, it's going to be Optimus, Kawad, and Rogers holding back. Austin Anarchy's jammer now. Arsenic is in the mix.
Optimus Quad gets penalty there for blocking a down skater. Sharknado makes his way out. That could have gone either way because he was low and down when he engaged a little bit. Ostentatious has had no luck today.
You know, the thing is Austin, to be real, Austin is one of our highest scoring jammers in the Seattle
he's yet
men's
to have
period.
He's been out in front and then popped off at the very end repeatedly. He's had no luck. So Puget Sound wanted to get an out of bounds block, and the review was lost because they got told nope.
Yeah,
you didn't even see the huddle happen. The head referees went, "No, that didn't happen. Just go away."
Everybody went to the middle to slowly shake their heads. If you want to reach out to us on social media, it doesn't matter what platform you're on, the Facebook, Friendster, MySpace, if that's in existence is still. Twitter, I have heard, is very popular with the roller derbies.
I don't do the Instagram, but that's where you take photos of things, right?
That's right. Put pictures of my cat.
Wait.
You need permission to see them, though, because it's a beautiful cat, and I don't want everybody to get spoiled. Anyways, hashtag MRDA 2017. All one go.
Anything you put on there, we will vet firmly, and then perhaps add it to
I've instructed the producer not to tell me anything rude. So you're going to have to be like really, really sly to be mean to me today.
Fancy Pants there not paying attention to the fact that Sonic Boom has speed rockets in those skates, but it didn't matter because Fancy Pants got through fast.
We've got Ryrod taking that outside lane and keeping it away.
He went for the star pass and he dropped it.
At the very last, he's got the star stash. Ryrod again taking that hit to the outside. Looks like he's going to just protect that outside lane, which needs to be done because that is where he keeps headed to. Sonic Boom, I believe, slyly handed off to Naked Alien, now getting crushed to the inside.
And Fancy Pants is like, yeah, you keep playing around with the star. That's fun. I'm going to keep scoring.
That's right. Now it's a 13-point jam for Puget Sound Outcasts. Really shoring it up because we've got just a few minutes left in this half.
And Austin Anarchy haven't made out of the pack. As they say it, they just go.
Is Naked Aliens out.
He's picked up 2.
Yeah, it was 2 points picked up between the original jammer and the star pass. So that is a 14-point jam for Puget Sound Outcasts. I would dare say the biggest jam they've had so far.
The second 14-point jam they've had, also by Fancy Pants, I believe.
Is that right?
Yeah, he was picking up early on when they had 7 points and they had 21 points. He picked up 14 points.
Fair.
I remember that because I was going, that's maths in sevens, that is. 1 7, then 3 sevens, I can maths.
Very nice. Well, Taco Cat's gone, but we've got 60 points to 71, and we still have memories of Taco Cat, and that's...
It was a good time.
Yeah, it was fine. Everything's fine.
That is a beautiful little thing that Il Nino does there. He just leans you into one shoulder, then twists to the hips and levers you open to get through.
A very, very versatile jammer. Excellent blocker, excellent speed, which he seems to be, as you mentioned earlier, kind of restricting on this floor, which is a little bit slippy. We've got a 3-wall up front holding Ostentatious back.
Ostentatious is doing almost everything right and having no luck, but it's a cut track on Il Nino as Ostentatious is now, he's got the full jam to go.
Yeah.
So he's got a chance to make some points here, and he should need all his team to help him, but there goes his pivot, so he's doing it all himself.
So it's going to be a full minute power jam, so Austin's got plenty of time as long as nothing goes amiss for him is how I will
Let's put it this way, this is going to be a good confidence builder for Austin. He's got a full minute to work with.
So Corporal Punishment headed off to the box. In the meantime, we are getting back number 12, Nasty Nikki Nightstick, who, if she's wearing them today, you should notice her skates look like high heels.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, it's good. I love custom skates, and she's done well.
Well, just to let you know, Il Nino was picked up that in-sub for not leaving the track fast enough.
Again, so, I mean...
That's the second time he's done that, I think.
Fair enough.
Just, you make a right turn and you leave.
Yeah, just step right off, step right off.
Step off.
Yeah, so blocking counter to play being issued to Bots. He has a seat in the box.
And we're about to potentially have, if he makes it through, that's one. He's slowed down. Ostentatious could earn his team a lead change here. Optimus Quad blocking at the front.
Optimus Quad getting place up front, waiting for Il Nino to come through. Il Nino, such a force to be reckoned with.
It is not a lead change. Oh, but it's close.
So close. So close. Can you hear my heartbeat? Not in here. I mean, it's really loud. If you could, it'd be like illness.
Ostentatious, if that is going to be what he needed to kickstart this game on for him, picking up a 12-point jam here, very good.
No, it was great. It was very, very nicely done.
Yeah. It is going to be Stark now. This is what Stark needs. I think Stark needs a confidence builder to get him into this. I mean, the Austin Jammers, they've hit their groove. They're all firing.
Well, the Puget Sound Outcasts did have a scrimmage last night against South
Wales?
Yeah, the South Wales, I believe, is who they played last night. And I remember going up in the elevator, and one of the blockers was like, Stark. Yeah. Stark is the one. And I was like, yeah. So I feel like we don't have a lot of time left in this half. We've got 42 seconds is where we're stopping this jam.
We should get one
certainly
more.
In the second half. Yeah, there's definitely time for another one. But I think in the second half we're going to see a little more out of the jammers that we expect to see out of. This last jam, 3 points only to Austin Anarchy, bring us 72-77.
It is Fancy Pants versus PB and Jam. I think both teams here pretty much operating a 3-jammer rotation.
Yeah.
I get a very maybe is this because just travel issues and maybe let's get the full guys on maybe kind of depth of roster issues.
I know. So about half of the charter came in on the same flight as me. We left Wednesday afternoon and landed on Thursday morning. I'm not sure when Austin got in. Austin Anarchy got in. So it all depends because I still have a bit of jet lag, even though I've had plenty of time to adjust.
Yeah. Austin's quad picking up a cut track penalty there. Ooh, big shrug. Forceful shrug of the shoulder there.
Yeah.
With authority from corporal punishment, as his name suggests.
Boom. One last hit is going to be a lead.
That is worth a clap.
PB Jam, yeah, it's definitely well done.
One hand out, but feet all down. He still counts as inbound.
Whoa!
Oh! Nasty with the hit.
All right.
PJ and Jam.
All right, Rogers trying to take that one last swoop to the inside. Doesn't quite make it. The star has been passed off to very smiley corporal punishment, who's like, I'm ready.
He was coming out going, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you.
I'm going to get you. So did they call it off in time? Let's find out. Yep, it's a 0-0 pass.
The double donut.
It is 5 points that time to Austin Anarchy. That is our first half. 72-82 is what we're going to go out on.
10 points in it, but the first half, it was Austin Anarchy with a comfortable lead for most of it. Couple of big jams for Puget Sound, chipped away at it, and now it's 10 points in it. If they get ostentatious and start firing on all cylinders, this is going to go to the wire.
Definitely, yeah. This is actually, I should have mentioned this earlier, the first time Austin Anarchy and Puget Sound Outcasts have faced off together ever.
Really?
So, yeah, that's another reason I was like really interested to see how this matchup was going to go. First times is always like really exciting, and this, so far, I think has been an excellent game to start off.
So this is going to be one of those things, but let's be back with you shortly. We have a wire. You may have seen in the bottom left-hand corner the bucket wire rope.
It's a real thing that we didn't make up. It's part of the treehouse that we're announcing from. All right, so we are back. Gatekeepers are warming up for their bout coming up. But if you're just now tuning in, you will be soon watching Puget Sound Outcast Derby facing off against Austin Anarchy Men's Roller Derby. So it's been, I don't want to call it an upset. I'm not terribly upset by this, but I guess technically that's the term. Puget Sound sitting at 72, Austin Anarchy at 82. And Puget Sound, as you mentioned before the half, coming in ranked 6th, Austin Anarchy ranked 11th.
Yep.
And then this is their first time together. So, yeah, it's much more different than we imagined. The score had been spread out quite a bit more until there was a 12-point jam by Ostentatious that really sealed it up, and then just a few more points scored on behalf of Austin Anarchy, right at the end of the jam, or at the end of that period, I should say.
Yes.
So so we're going to be going in 10 points difference in favor of Austin Anarchy. Pretty exciting.
It was definitely a comfortable game for Austin Anarchy.
Yeah.
I felt. From our position high up in the rafters, but a couple of big jams from Fancy Pants,
yes,
and then our Ostentatious one we mentioned, getting this a little bit closer. What I feel Puget Sound need to do here is really, I think they should be trying to draw in some power jams. They are struggling to be offensive for their jammers, because the Austin Anarchy jammers are keeping them engaged.
Definitely.
They're so explosive and mobile and dynamic on track. You can't go to 3-1 because every time they've gone to 3-1, Austin have taken advantage. We saw them drop to 4D earlier. I think they might have to do that, try and draw some back blocks, go for those cuts.
Drawing cuts, I think, would be great at this time. I feel like it's, right early in the game, as you mentioned when it was happening, the floor seemed a little bit slick, and it seemed like who we would expect, generally speaking, having seen them at North American qualifiers, Big O, et cetera, whichever team we're talking about, who we would expect to be the more hot and heavy, faster skaters have kind of reined it in.
Oh, yeah.
So it's been a much different game than I thought I would see, but at the same time, it's been interesting and unique in its own way.
So, Puget Sound here starting with a singular blocker advantage. It's 4v3 as the naked alien is in the bin. On track, Stark popped off to the outside and drawn all the way back. So you see Puget Sound with the 4 defense.
Yeah, well, I saw it's a 3 brace with a hovering bridge. So corporal punishment potentially would go out to bridge. Stark does have a lead at jammer status for Seattle's Puget Sound Outcasts.
But
PB and Jam is through, having completed his initial. The pack is, well, they sped up for a second, just as I was about to say anything about their speed. They're like, stop immediately. Stark gets in, gets to the front, calls it off before PB&J can engage anyone for points. That is 3 points to start off this second half.
Corporal Punishment not happy that there was not a penalty issue. Oh no, he's got the penalty. So Optimus Quad was moving to block PB&Jam's path. He didn't go to engage, he was just going to block the path. The whistle went, PB&Jam was gliding in backwards, hips presented, and bumped into Optimus Quad. And Corporal was like, that's a penalty, he's blocking off the whistle. And there was an impact, it knocked Optimus Quad down, and no call was given, and then it was. And now, Power Jam start here to Ostentatious.
Oh. It's, looks like number 88, Danny B. Was he fielded? Yeah, he took himself over to his bench, and so I think we'll kind of see what happens later. All right, you know what?
What's happening?
I don't know.
No, the jam hasn't been called yet. There we go.
Yeah, so Danny B, I don't know what happened, grabbed his stomach and like kind of tossed himself on the floor and then like got up enough to go to the bench, and I think that's why maybe it's called. I'm not sure. There's like
something happened.
Pika went off the track, the referee Pika went off the track and then came back in, and no one was doing anything for a second. And as you said, the jam was still technically on. So I'm not positive that jam's going to be revoked.
Well,
it was 5 points, but it was 5 points of no one was doing anything for a second.
Well, on his initial pass, his scoring pass, people were actively blocking. So his last scoring pass.
The last one, it was just like they were just like, whoa. So I'm not positive what's going on with that. We do have an amazing medical staff here, so I should point out. Yeah,
Events Medical Saltney, our medics for the event, www.eventsmedicalteam.com. They're here taking care of everyone. We've had, well, off the top of my head, Lieutenant Dam had to take himself off track in the first game to go and throw up. He's had quite the day already.
Yeah, I'd say.
I believe I think he might be being rested against Gatekeepers because he's not slept.
Yeah,
in over 24 hours.
Like I said a minute ago, I don't know when Anarchy got in and that, because I'm like, it's not hot enough in here to actively make people barf, but the weather here is very strange. So
should this not really help you guys? Puget Sound are in a humid area. Austin is dry.
Like, the weather is correct for Puget Sound, except the humidity here is vile.
It is horrible.
It's disgusting. So that fits to Texas, but this weather doesn't fit to Texas. So we've got like half and half working out. So I'm like, it's not hot enough to be pukey yet, but at the same time, when I got off the flight, I felt like sick.
Yeah.
So, travel, nerves, bad egg foo young, who can say?
Yeah, Ostentatious, he's got less than 10 seconds here. He's getting no help from his team. There goes Optimus Quad, but it's not enough. Ostentatious still stuck with 2 to beat. Naked Alien at the front there as PB and Jam slips through the outside. 1, 2, 3. They cannot stop PB and Jam.
Right on.
But he can stop himself with a cut track penalty.
Fair enough.
That must have been right. I did not see it. It must have been right outside of our eye line at corner 2.
Ever so slightly away. So Ostentatious having a rough time going up against what was a 2 brace, and now it's a different 2 brace.
Yeah,
and they're just waterfalling him. Ryrod up front is going to try to help him.
Yeah, Ostentatious, I think he's not hit his stride in this game. That's disappointing to see here. He something must be off. Maybe the floor is the great equalizer.
Yeah, it could be. Well, also, I mean, like the sheer amount of lines on this floor. I stared at it earlier, and then I was like, where is the ring? Oh. Because I think I was expecting it to be neon, but you've got it set up to be basketball, hockey, and maybe badminton or something.
And netball. Netball will be on here.
And what?
Netball.
We call it volleyball.
No. Netball is like basketball, but you're not allowed to move with the ball.
What do you do? Just stand around?
But if you don't have the ball, you can move where you like, then you pass. And there's set positions, like goal attack.
So you stay in place?
When you have the ball.
You don't run?
Nope.
Oh, when you have the ball, you just...
Yeah, when you've got the ball,
you're stuck there at that point.
This is the different... We'll talk about it later.
My
Back
gosh,
on track.
I don't even want to know anything
Fancy Pants just got lead change.
Netball.
And we just missed the lead change if you're drinking at home. I mean, playing at home.
Making up sports. I don't believe you. Well, anyways, lead change goes to Puget Sound Outcasts, as does lead, period. Fancy Pants. PB and Jam was out. He was about to score. Did you see the sadness in his mustache? I saw he was like, everything was normal, and his mustache went, meow.
Oh,
Sad mustache.
sad stash.
That's how I have to like. I don't know if they're actually smiling, but I'm like, oh, he looks so happy, and I'm like, oh, his mouth guard might just be in the way.
Yep.
But
for those of you at home, perhaps those of you with an epic mustache who are needed a derby name, I'm going to go with Sad Stash.
Sad Stash.
Sad Stash is a good name. But we do have a pivot in the bin for Austin Anarchy. Puget Sound much cleaner this second half. Getting some good offense by Nasty there. And there goes lead jammer to Stark. Stark having a good second half here.
There we go.
Sharknado takes a shirt whip off Antrax, but still got Vito Ramon and Ryrod in front of him.
That's a rough brace to get past.
There is a skater on Toulouse who reminds me of Ryrod, or Ryrod reminds me of the skater on Toulouse. Yeah, they look very similar, like they could be cousins.
Huh.
We'll have to find them. But back in the pack, Stark bulls through on 1 foot, 180, 180s again, picks up 4 points. And this is now Puget Sound establishing some early dominance here in the second half.
Yeah, it was a great jam by Stark, so a 9 points jam. Brings them up 98. Austin Anarchy is still at 82 as they started off this half. So this is the end of jam 5. They haven't scored at all.
If Austin Anarchy managed to score 7 points, though, you know what's going to happen.
What?
Taco Cat.
Taco Cat. Oh, man. I'm all excited. Now I know it's not going to happen.
It could happen, but Ostentatious with the star at the back. As I think it was Il Nino, I believe. I can't see him. He's just it is Il Nino.
Il Nino.
I just think of him as the most muscular of the the Ostentatious.
Very muscular.
But Vicious heading to the bin. Ostentatious trying to find some space, runs into the back of Il Nino. Accidental blocking, but it did not work. He's picked up a cut track. Ostentatious going to the bin. Power jam, Puget Sound.
It's Il Nino
going
to the bin.
Yes.
Ostentatious has the power jam. You said Austin was going away.
The Austin jammer.
See?
Confuser.
Lord.
There's 5 points for Ostentatious. Takes them into triple digits.
Someone help me.
It's been a long day.
Ostentatious is taking a little bit of a skid. He's going to go ahead and call it off. That's going to freeze a power start. El Nino, I would say bummed out hands is what he just gave. He went bummed out hands.
I don't know if you may have noticed, Sleazer, or at home, as Ostentatious went down there at corner 2, his feet slid out from under him. I think he's really struggling to keep his grip here. I think that's possibly going to be causing him issues.
It may be that, the wheels vendor...
The wheels vendor's going to have some business.
I assume we've got... there's somebody is vending
there's
gear over there.
There's gear. There's always gear here.
Yeah, presumably wheels, ? And I feel like they'll be making some sales. Anyways, Fancy Pants out there not having a lot of trouble.
Oh.
But as I say that, since I said his name, I thought about him for a second, so he's clearly headed off to the box, having cut the track.
Il Nino is back, though, so Fancy Pants will be sitting those full 30 seconds. Il Nino runs the inside, bounces off the hits of Rogers. Rogers is stretching that one out there. It's like, ooh, that was a stiff one. Ryrod, Optimus, Rogers, and Vito in the front. There's some swarm offense coming in. Big hot to the inside to out by Totomat. Gets them moving. Rogers pulled back. Optimus quad Ryrod at the front, slowing him down. El Nino took a little while to get out of there.
He's going to freeze that as a power start.
Yeah, trading power starts.
How does that feel, y'all?
They did it to me.
Yeah.
Comma.
Shout out to Bont. Bont, lighter, stronger, faster. The original carbon fiber boots.
So, I think we've got a new jammer coming in here for Austin Anarchy. Oh, beautiful run out the outside. Sonic Boom with the speed. Oh, that was a lovely shimmy and burst out. He came out from nowhere. But Fancy Pants makes his way through for not lead jammer. Sonic Boom on his scoring pass. Shimmy, shimmy. Takes the outside. Big call off. Gotta love those big call offs.
Wow.
Yeah, that is some explosive speed there from a Sonic Boom. He was just like, I found an inch and I'm gonna go.
Right. So that was a 4-point jam for Anarchy. Puget Sound 107, Austin Anarchy 91. Just not even 9 minutes has fully elapsed in this half. but so much has happened. And we were together for it, bonding. So we get the 3 brace up front from Austin. Stark taking the line for Puget Sound Outcasts. It's going to be PB and Jam taking the inside lead of Jammer status. Goes to Anarchy. Ryrod chases him out. And he's going to have to come back. Corporal Punishment looks like he was trying to draw, but it didn't quite work out. Stark had removed the star, but did not pass it, and is out, having completed his initial.
Corporal Punishment there shimmied in front of PB and Jam to draw a reaction from him,
Right.
which I think caused PB and Jam to slow down. Go, whoa, what's going to happen? And that didn't, kill the Jam for him. It definitely made him think, and that's if a thinking jammer is a slow jammer.
Yes. It's more of a switch it off and just go.
Yeah, go to the animal lizard brain.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Avoid the thing that wants to stop me. Lizard brain, lizard brain.
Right. Yeah. And so I never really jammed.
No. Everyone is on track. This will probably not last for long, as we do have 4v4 for the blockers, and also Ostentatious nearly puts himself out of bounds on the inside. It's a scrum in the middle. He nearly rips the shirt off of Vito Malone's back, but he's out the front with 3 to beat. Naked Alien. Is that PB and Jam blocking? No, that's just someone else with a bandana. And Bruiser lead. Sharknado, though, is your lead jammer, and he is already nearly all the way around the track and on. Whips around Optimus Quad, runs into Vito Ramone, and Corporal Punishment popped up to the inside and calls that jam.
Wow. Like, there was so much to say.
Yeah.
So it was like 3 Austin Anarchy, bring the jammer back, Nikki getting hit outside. There was just a swirl of things going on as that jam came to an end. So it was going to be 3 points only picked up by Austin Anarchy, but they're nickel and dime their way up. We're really 3 sensing and
we're back to a 10-point differential in favor this time of Puget Sound.
Math I can do.
Yes. We started the half in a 10-point differential to Austin Anarchy, so back on track, Fancy Pants finds a gap, runs the inside line, lead jammer Puget Sound. Popped up to the inside is Il Nino. Optimus Quad wants that direction of gameplay. He's too busy shouting to engage. He's asking team to calm because it's a power jam, because there was a cut track on Il Nino. So Optimus Quad at the back there telling everyone, calm down. The usual sort of hands up and then gently lowering them. Who needs language with hand gestures like that? That is 5-4 Fancy Pants.
So we've got a pack at a standstill. They've been hanging out at turn 1.
Good
All
place.
of Puget Sound taking each side of the track, not really making movement. They're going to let Fancy Pants blast through, and if it takes the pack away, that's cool, because it'll land some out-of-play warnings at the very least for Austin Anarchy. So we now have moved to turn 2.
Yeah, Corporal Brunson picking up a penalty for being out of play for far too long and not moving. Now you can't see them, but timeout's being called by Austin Anarchy. You can't see them, but basically underneath us there are 2 Austin Anarchy skaters, Florden Freeman, and number 3, who I have somewhere on a list here.
I don't have
another list that doesn't exist, and they're basically cannot contain Wombo Combo.
Oh, is it? Because I was like, he looks so familiar. I feel like I talked to him a couple months ago.
They are very animatedly living every movement on that. So we're going to go to some replays here. Let's see what we got. We got some good stuff going on here. So this is PB and Jam taking out.
Boom.
Bounces off one, rolls the shoulder, rounds the hips. He's very dynamic.
So much going on in that pack. It's just absolutely amazing plays by both teams.
There's Ostentatious. See what I mean? He can't hold his edge there. That's what I think his issue is. He can't hold his edge on this floor, and that's causing him to slip out.
Yeah, it's a very, very, very
slicky floor. There's Sonic Boom. God, look at that call off though. I love a good bang. Oh, little call offs annoy me. Like the little finger taps at your hips. No, that is not help.
I'm just like, call it off like you mean it.
Yeah, call it off like you mean it. Okay, we have Corporal Punishment dejectedly sat in the box, arms crossed, slouched like a naughty teenager.
Maybe his arms are just tired. He's really a nice person.
You can see him there on your screen now, sulking.
Corporal Punishment. Mad that kids are probably on his lawn right now in Seattle.
There we go, Sonic Boom. He's making his way out. He is lead jammer. He's only got 2 blockers to beat though when he gets back on the pack. Stark slips the inside, makes his way out. Sonic Boom knocked off by Ryrod. And Sonic Boom clips a referee there. Or was it just a tumble? OPR went down. I'm not sure if it was Pika.
She went down. That was Pika.
Was it contact? She just lost her
I'm not
footing.
positive. I just saw her coming back out.
They were very close, is all I can. I will have to see.
If it was contact, it was incidental because
it was
no one's headed away.
Yeah.
So Optimus Squad is going to be seated in the box to start off. So pack advantage just goes to Austin Anarchy, and it's going to be Ostentatious taking the line for Puget Sound Outcasts. I believe that's PB and Jam for Anarchy.
PB and Jam looks to be trying to find some space around the outside, as is Ostentatious. They're stuck together. It's like they're the best of friends. PB and Jam in the middle now, knocked to the inside by a stumbling. Was that right? That's corporal punishment.
Yeah, it's corporal punishment, yes.
PB and Jam on the back of Nasty Nicky Nightstick, but finds that gap, and PB and Jam makes his way out. Big stumble to the inside. There was a chirp of a whistle. Low block issued to corporal punishment.
Corporal punishment just came out of the box. Took a huge hit, stumbling him backwards. Now he's been called on a low block. Back to the box. Ostentatious out. This was his first scoring pass. I think there we are. One point.
But 4 more. Picked up by Austin Anarchy. Puget Sound still holding a lead here. A lot of penalties coming though. This is essentially an issue. For those of you at home who have desperately added Snapchat to us, it is not MRDA snaps. We were incorrectly informed.
We were misinformed. We didn't lie.
A scribble has been. It is MRDA snap singular.
Just
we only send one snap each.
Yeah,
no
please.
more.
Be cool.
Back on track, Sharknado rounds a downed skater and picks up lead jammer. But no, it's a cut track. He cut the track to round that skater. It is lead jammer to Fancy Pants.
As well as the power jam, of course.
Oh, the double fingers of attack from Fancy Pants tells his teammates to go on the offense.
Yeah, well, I believe that move is called the pew pew pew. No, I've just made that up.
The pew pew is when you finger gun it with an upwards flick a la Tomahawk.
You know what?
Lincoln
Maybe
Thunderdats.
He's conserving energy. How's that? Fancy Pants coming in for his second scoring pass. Met with some pretty good defense from Austin. Wow.
Cheeky.
Yeah, narrowly avoiding that one last block. A 5-point pass once again.
I think Fancy Pants saw it coming, but we do have Sharknado out of the box.
Yeah, he's back in play. Ryrod, corporal punishment, and Kieran waiting for him in the back.
There's 2 of them in the darker blue shirts with numbers on. One is number 15, Kieran. I believe the other one is number 33, Arsenic. And they both have long hair, just to confuse me.
Arsenic's got beard.
Beard. Okay.
He does.
Beard.
So that's also Kieran's, I believe, quite a bit taller than him.
At this distance, everyone's the same.
Well, I'm trying to give you.
Give me the ammunition.
I'm giving you stuff. Taller.
Yeah, I work with it. It's fine.
Kieran's hair technically longer.
He's had it trimmed more recently. Back on track. Stark tries the outside line, gets shut down by Naked Alien. At the front, in the center, it's El Nino bullying down to the ground.
Go against either of these
Optimus
walls.
Quad. And Optimus Quad getting a low block penalty for it.
There, Stark, the foremost jammer, but having to face off lastly against Naked Alien. It's maybe just going to have to run them to the out of play warning. I don't know if it's going to work out as everybody catches up to him.
Peter Ramon hits the bin as well, as El Nino gets lead jammer.
There's a huge open outside. He just walks right on through. Lead jammer again to Austin Anarchy. Stark is through, having completed his initial. Pack is stopped between 3 and 4, but Stark is not going to have time to actually meet the back of the pack.
Is Mr. Bots the captain?
Bots, yes.
Okay. I was just like, he's back in the middle again talking, and I can't see an armband that says captain.
Oh, yeah, it's Bots, and then I presume the alt will be Betsy Rexy.
Yeah.
Presume she's the bench coach.
Okay, so a little clarity, I think, for the penalty there. Optimus Quad querying it with Clockwork Lottie, who's the OPR, who issued the low block penalty to him. All smiles and a thumbs up afterwards. Always nice to see. Why did you give him this penalty? Oh, because I was naughty. Oh, okay. Ostentatious tried the outside line. It was ostentatiously. It did not get a Sonic Boom with that speed. The speedy Sonic Boom. He is your lead jam. Ostentatious now making his way out of the pack.
Wow, all right.
Oh, Apex airtime.
I agree with that Apex jump.
Oh, it was an excellent Apex jump.
Amazing.
Yep.
It made my heart so happy. So that's 4 more points for Austin Anarchy. You bring it up to 113. Puget Sound still has the lead, 135.
12 minutes and change left on the clock. Puget Sound will be starting this time with the blocker advantage for the 3, as Naked Alien is still in the bin. But he is standing, so he's got seconds left to go. Remember, any thoughts, comments, fun pictures, please tweet, Insta, Facebook, everything at hashtag MRDA 2017. Fancy Pants rounds the hips, gets that lead jammer around Anthrax.
Ooh, Corporal Punishment really trying to keep it low as PB and Jam passes him.
D-Bots there having some words with Tardo-Matic about he did not appreciate something in there. Nothing came from no handbags, but he was not best pleased. I don't know what you'd call it. We can refer to it as handbags. When sporting people get a bit mouthy with each other, we over here, especially in football, we call it it's handbags time. I don't know why.
Handbags time? What does it even mean?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
But it's handbags time. So
Yeah,
if you
the
have
crowd has gotten so suddenly loud that I was like, I can see you talking, and what I can hear is like rumble, 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 rumble.
It's the Scots. We can just blame the Scots.
Is it?
They're in the middle. They're dancing now behind the penalty box.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything.
I think they're having a 3-person
Glasgow,
Mexican
if you
wave.
could recall your skaters, that would be.
Glasgow men's roller derby. Please.
So that was the game I was at last night. It was Glasgow
against Bridgetown.
It was Bridgetown Menace. It was really nice to see because I haven't. What I like about coming out here, and I mentioned this at British Champs as well, is like I see teams that I've seen on stream. I get to see them in person, so it's very exciting for me. Didn't even look at the score. I found out later it was Crazy Talk.
Oh, yeah.
I believe was the score. Crazy Talk to 36.
Yeah. There was a 6 in there early.
I thought it was 400 and something, and then somebody was like, no, it's 500, and then earlier you were like, it was 600 something, and I was like, I feel like at this point we're going to end up with like Paul Bunyan type stories, but right on. So we are now on an official timeout, which means I can tell you about our brilliant stream provider, Derby Duck Productions. You can follow them on Facebook and contact them to find out how they can help stream your next event.
Derby Duck Productions, our lovely stream operators here this weekend, very intently staring at streams and communicating with camera staff. They are here to make us all sound and look wonderful. They're trying their best with me. It's a lost cause. There's a lot of conversation on track. Stark's like, right, can you guys not hit me so hard next time? Maybe let me get through easy. I'm tired. It's been a long day. If you could just, like, let me go.
This is a new bandana. If you could just be cool about it.
I'm assuming that after this, Stark and PB and Jan was like, hey, bandanas,
yeah.
So bananas are cool? Yeah? All right, cool. I like bandanas.
Time for beers and sandwiches.
Okay, so it is Stark versus Sharknado. Puget Sound dropping in to take away some of that space.
So you see, each team has their 3 brace. Bots up front in the Austin 3 brace, ready to go. Quickly gets out of the way as Stark comes in, leaving Stark to himself. Single tier for Stark. He busts through. He overcomes the odds of 3 humans trying to hold him back.
D-Bot's right in there, straight on Sharknado. Oh!
Hero Stark has been deflected.
He's gone for a low block there. I thought that was all shoulder, but they must have seen something I did not.
Well, if the contact was made,
below
it's low on Stark, not low on what he was blocking with. So
if he blocked the low block with his shoulder, I'd have been very impressed.
Yeah,
he might have been D-Bots.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Well, I mean, maybe Stark was the nimblest of.
He was high. That's what it was.
He was super, super high at that point.
Air Stark.
Yeah, talk to Stark later.
Stark Air. Okay, we'll go with that. Stark does call it as Naked Alien makes his way on his scoring pass with the star in his helmet, but doesn't get there. Puget Sound stretching out this lead now. They've found their groove. Is that Corporal Punishment going out to start the jam?
Yeah.
He's not put the helmet cover on correctly, though. It's a bit loose.
No, it's,
It's his style.
Why are you so judgy?
Because I'm English.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, we hire people with your accent just to tell us that we've done things wrong. So this makes sense.
The reason being, he's literally about to lose his helmet cover, and there it's gone. That's why I'm judgy.
God, he can't be lead now because
He's not. Oh, he saw it just in time.
And lead was open because his helmet cover fell off before he did it.
Has Naked Alien worked out that he could have called that and saved his team some points? He has not.
Gee whiz.
That
was a huge hit. Knocked. Oh my gosh. Okay, knocked himself.
Yep.
Sonic Boom coming in jamming.
And ladies and gentlemen,
I think that's why they've been avoidant of the speed so far. So
this floor is not helpful for you. If you've got speed, you are going to fall.
Well, at least they've got 3 days to
get that level. and you had to go at me for my judginess about his helmet cover.
I know.
And the proof of the pudding right there at corner 1 as that came flying off his head. If you're watching at home and you are new to jamming, or even if you would just like some handy tips, put your helmet covers on correctly, kids. It might be cool to have it loose, but no. Helmet covers cost leads.
Right? Yeah, it can.
Let's tell you all about Plagued Fitness, providing those infected by roller derby the fitness and healthy living with clothing for their contagious lifestyle. Plagued Fitness. You can find them at www.plaguedfitness.com. I've never thought of roller derby as an infection. I've always called it the best cult I ever joined.
Yeah, it's really big cult-wise.
It's huge, right?
Not that I've been in other cults from what I've heard.
No.
It's sizable. Anyway, so it's Ostentatious taking the line again for Puget Sound Outcasts, and it's going to be El Nino for Austin Anarchy. Both of them really trying to muscle their way through the pack, not having a lot of luck with that. Got the 3 wall of Anarchy up front. They don't seem to be quite walled up. It's just 3 people that exist at the front of the pack.
El Nino picking up a penalty there, and this is now a power jump to Ostentatious, who, when he's had power jumps previously, he is very effective. Optimus Quad going for a hit there outside corner 2, and he takes a stumble there. This floor is not helping people play derby well. As I said, the great equalizer. Ostentatious picking up 5 points there. This may be...
wow.
Stumble there for Vicious. Again,
good.
There might be some... That's where Optimus Quad fell.
Yeah, that is...
There's something
there. I wonder if there's some...
There's a sweat slick. That's what that is.
Yeah, a sweat slick.
Yep. Men's roller, when they hit the floor and the shirt slaps and they leave that sweat slick. It's very problematic at the European qualifiers.
Was it?
Oh, yeah.
I see.
It's so humid, nothing cleared the moisture away.
Yeah.
Ostentatious. He's got his hands in the air like, I did it. I got the points. Can I have a sit now?
And it was another 14-point jam. So I don't think they've topped.
I don't think either team is the best I think we've had so far this game.
Yeah, that's like...
I'm sure stats will correct us, no doubt, because if we're wrong, we are wrong.
Surely. Well, we can review the stats at the end of the day and either hang our heads or high five ourselves.
High fives for everyone.
So we are going to have an official review brought to you by Puget Sound Outcasts.
I wonder what they will be officially reviewing. Perhaps I think they might be going for the block from El Nino that cost them the penalty.
Yeah,
because
that could be.
That's I think his second blocking a down skater. I think. Well, I will be corrected, no doubt, when the bucket comes to tell us the truth.
I look forward to the bucket god.
Bucket god will
telling
tell us what happens.
Our
Again,
fates.
For those of you at home, you can tweet us, Snapchat us, Facebook us, all those other social media things that I do not understand as a middle-aged person at hashtag MRDA 2017. Snapchat is at MRDA Snap. Not snaps, just snap. Please keep it PG friendly.
See, I feel like if we would have just let it go and never said that, it probably would have stayed PG. But the fact that we started off be cool because it's Snapchat and we know.
We know.
we know it's
We
up.
know.
I didn't need Snapchat. Pretty quickly after, I was like, oh, I can be a piece of toast. And I was like,
Oh, God.
Oh, my word.
Considering we have certain Yorkshire-based announcers in the world, we can't trust them.
Hanging bread, I'm just saying, hanging bread. Anyways, let me tell you about Plagued Fitness.
I've just talked about Plagued Fitness.
You've already done it. I'm sorry. Let me tell you about Roller Derby City and just how amazing they are. So, Roller Derby City is the European-based, and I think pretty much every European event I've been to may have been the official sponsor.
They
have
often
absolutely amazing stuff.
Can we just? I just want to point one thing about Royal WC. So we announcers were given a gift by our tournament head announcer.
It is the best.
It is.
People are so jealous.
So
of it.
jealous. We
so
have.
Jealous.
I don't know if you can switch us to the look at the announcer's camera, and we can show you. So if you can switch to the show us the announcer's camera, we'll show you during this official review. Oh, we're working out. There we go. So we have these lovely water bottles.
Yeah.
Gifted to us by Smacklemore, who's now running away from us, so he doesn't have to be on camera. He's the tournament head official, and they have like names. This is Smacks. That's Smack.
He operates the bucket.
He operates he's the bucket man.
That's his job.
So if you have something you want to give as a gift to your league or league mates, maybe your Derby wife, you want to give them like to my wife, a present. This is something that Royal WC can do for you, and they are our official tournament sponsors.
Yeah, they're amazing. Ironically, I am Smacklemore's Derby wife.
Oh, you Smacklemore's?
I am.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if he still claims me.
Oh.
But after it was Men's World Cup last year.
He wifed you.
He did. He joked about it at Women's World Cup the year before. He was like, "Would you take an international husband?" I'm like, "Yeah, Scottish, you say?"
With a beard?
Tell me more. So yeah,
he's taking good care of us here. We'll be obviously working games later on.
Been an amazing head announcer, so it's been.
So this is a lovely long official review here. We have 7 minutes and change left on the clock. Differential currently 51 points in favour of Puget Sound Outcasts.
For you with the math.
I could have been a teacher of maths, as we call it.
I couldn't have been.
No, that's fine. I'm good at the numbers.
Yeah.
So, obviously, Puget Sound here the second half. They have established their game.
This is kind of what I was expecting. In the first half, when you're like, "What's happened?" I was like,
We're a second half team.
I feel like,
fine.
well, not always. I feel like, every time. So this is their first time facing off against Austin Anarchy. They're going to have that feeling out period. Yeah. Sometimes the feeling out period is like the first half. Somebody potentially mentioned to us on halftime that maybe Stark had like broken his truck in the first half, but I didn't see it. So, whoa! All right, I did see that though. That's Fancy Pants getting lead and avoiding. Perhaps the giantest hit of all time. That is corporal punishment. Yep,
both hands down by corporal punishment means he did go out of play. PB and Jam can go through.
PB and Jam can continue. Oh. Fancy Pants went ahead and called it right out of the pack. A 4-point jam for Puget Sound.
Yeah. Austin Anarchy here doing a fantastic account of themselves, considering the ranking differential. I mean, 5 places. I'd have loved to know what the expected score was here, and how many people were sat at home, waiting to break their brackets, going, "I did not expect this."
If you are awake, and you have
Austin,
the projected score, I know Jen is awake, but I don't know if she's got score projection. So, someone from Texas has already written me, like, "Hey, what's up?"
So Stark there picking up lead, Jammer, Naked Alien at the front, couldn't hold him. Sharknado breaks through for not lead. Corporal Punishment just wants to be hugged by Naked Alien at the back there. and
I don't know if that's actually, it may look like that.
It's definitely, pivots love to hug. This is what I read on the internet.
All right, it's going to be a power jam.
Okay, so we'll wait for the halftime. I have the Bucket Man's delivery,
which
we'll talk to you later. Stark at the front. He's now on a power jam as Sharknado, not Starknado, has gone to the bin.
But if they had a baby.
If they had a baby, Starknado, yes.
Stark coming in on another scoring pass. That'll be his second scoring pass through. And it looks like Arsenic is going to be the one busting up the defenses for him.
I think Corporal Punch was like, "I've done it loads. I'm tired now. You work."
Do job now, please.
You work. I tired. He's still not got his pivot cover on correctly either. Oh, I'm disappointed. I might have a word with him later.
The method is here to just be really still and they can't see you, like T-Rexes.
Okay. Yeah. So, the official review, the Bucketman delivery. Puget were looking for a second penalty on the Austin player. The rest penalized the first action. The second action did not meet the guidelines for a penalty. Puget does not retain the review. That was what I said, I believe, about the jammer.
Yeah.
Because the first contact was the penalty, but then he blocked the down Optimus.
Right.
Did not meet the guidelines for the penalty. Okay.
Nailed
Thank you very much. Tournament head announced Bucketman.
Good morning to Shady Hawkins in Dallas, who I hear enjoys Paul Bunyan stories. I don't know.
Who doesn't enjoy?
Rumors.
What's a Paul Bunyan?
Rumors.
We'll talk about it later.
Tell you on an official review.
Sonic Boom dragged to the back of the pack. He's just took one stride and built up a lot of speed. Runs into D-Bots with that low center of gravity. Pops him off to the outside. Chirp of a whistle. It is Aquadan going to the bin.
Yeah, it's a multiplayer block being called on Aquadan.
Aquadan got a lovely helmet. Lovely red, white, and blue.
A good helmet.
At the front, though, Naked Alien has taken the star from Sonic Boom. He stumbled to the outside. D-Bots again showing that experience. Has one hand out and stays otherwise inbounds and upright.
Austin has lead. He's having an absolutely terrible time getting past Vicious, though.
Yeah, it looks like he's on poison wheels, which are 84s.
Yeah. I mean,
and he's still struggling to hold his edge on this. This is crazy. Unless he's made of helium, that's crazy to me.
Well, you know, maybe does he just have them? I don't know. They're not all poisons. He's got pushers on.
Oh, I see.
So I was like, he can't be on all poisons. He didn't go at all.
I know.
He's got him as pushers. It looks like he's got the diagonal set.
Yeah.
Anyways, Naked Alien through. It's going to be 4 points so far for Austin Anarchy.
But Naked Alien's now on a power jam, and D-Boots is in the bin as well. Bots.
Boots is an announcer.
Boots is an announcer.
It's true.
It's because her name's in front of me here. This is what it is.
Oh, Boots' water bottle's in front of you. That's amazing.
Why.
Good.
So Naked Alien here.
So that's
He's
5
asking for
points
that
right now.
offense.
9-point jam for Naked Alien.
Yeah, Aquadan trying to peel out Vito Ramon, actually just bunching everyone in on Naked Alien. He still made his way through. Ostentatious just leaving the box, though.
Yeah, that is the natural conclusion of that jam. A 14-point jam for Austin Anarchy, a 1-point jam for Puget Sound Outcasts. They are going to retain lead at 50 points ahead, 182 to 132. We've got under 3 minutes left in this game. It's just been...
I believe D-Bots has just fouled out.
Is that right?
Well, I saw him leave the track area, take off his helmet, leave it at the bench, and then leave the hall.
Could be. I mean, why else would you do that?
Back on track, though, we have all the skaters. And ducking under the hit there is Fancy Pants. He is lead jammer again. Oh!
Wow. So that is going to be a power jam. That's misconduct.
He just wanted to cuddle.
Yeah, well, I mean, corporal punishment was clearly fine.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, right.
He looks like a hearty fellow. Like the sort of, he's got a good constitution.
He's actually in the military.
Well,
so, yeah, I mean, corporal, I believe when he started, he was corporal. We talked about it one night, but there was a lot of beer.
He's had a lot of promotions.
So, I believe he's actually high ranked at this point, but I don't remember what he'd say. So, yeah, he's got power and ability to absorb quite a bit.
I really like him and Ryrod together as the shorter, more physical.
They both it seems like they've both kind of come together and to have like kind of the same body size.
Well, in a braced wall, having two people grossly different heights is awkward.
Yeah. That's the thing is like you got Vito Ramon and Optimus Quad together is a very good one because they're both tall and they make a good two brace. Yep. That's just facts. Two brace is good.
Two brace is good. And Optimus Quad goes to the bin there. Looks like he's shaking up his ankle issues. His left foot is kind of holding.
Oh no, I think it's just a kind of a.
Just the way he skates.
It's a lazy T-stop.
Oh, I see.
I believe was what was happening. He's just
lazy
like, I kind of need to stop, but not right now. Yeah. Anyways, Fancy Pants is back in. Third scoring pass through. Right now it's a 10-point jam.
Yeah. Good screen from Bruiser Lee that stopped Ryrod going in on the offense.
This is going to be the penultimate jam, I believe. So we've got 35 seconds as that jam comes to a close.
Yep. Puget Sound here. Good opportunity to go to 200 plus points.
Yeah, definitely.
And Austin Anarchy here, they get that differential closer. Helps them with their rankings. There's still a lot to play for here. I mean, let's face it, 6 plays 11, and for Austin Anarchy to keep that competitive for the first 35 minutes and just stay within touching distance, and then Puget Sound is coming in, just basically showing that experience.
Yeah.
Closing out every jam they could their way.
If we consider what's happened so far in the second half versus what happened in the first half, Puget Sound has scored so far 125 points to their first half 72. And Austin Anarchy has scored 50 points to their first half's 82.
And there's a power jam now for PB and Jam. He just needs 65 points to win the game for his team. 66, sorry.
Stark getting that forearms call. PB and Jam riling the crowd.
As he should. He's
definitely.
Yeah.
He seems like
a fun guy.
Such a nice guy. The 3-wall immediately busted up. PB and Jam bringing the pain. Right now is on a 9-point jam. The period clock has expired, for the record.
Yep. Corporal Punishment back on track. He's making his own way to the pack. He's waving at the jam. He's having some fun.
Yeah, why not? Stark back in play, star in hand.
Corporal Punishment staying close to PB and Jam. Gets in. Arsenic rounds can't get enough on him. Oh! PB and Jam nearly went out of bounds, corrected, and nearly took himself out. But he's okay. He scored more points.
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
It's all groovy.
45 seconds left in the game. Stark still trying to bust through. Naked Alien not having it.
Yeah, Naked Alien had an excellent game for his team here today. Blocking, jamming. He's been phenomenal for Austin Anarchy, doing all the work. Arsenic heading to the bin, but Stark's out. I think PB and Jam's going to let this one go.
Yeah.
Why not? Play it out.
Why not?
20 seconds left on the clock. You got all to play for. Every point he scores, Stark has to score 2 to keep the differential.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's brilliant for him.
I mean, this 26-point jam for Austin Anarchy is above any other. And a nice apex chunk brought to you by Hero Stark.
Yep. And there's a spin around Nasty Nicky. That's now a 30-point jam for PB and Jam. And as I said, with a differential for every point Austin Anarchy score, to keep that differential number, Stark would have had to score 2, so it plays.
There you go. So we did get over the double century mark for Puget Sound Outcasts. So our unofficial final, we'll have to wait a little bit on this, is 205 Puget Sound Outcasts, Austin Anarchy at 162.
Coming up after this game, we have the St. Louis Gatekeepers versus Manchester Roller Derby's New Wheeled Order in what will be rank 1 versus rank 9. Well, that should be a fun game.
Should be. Oh no, I'm like super looking forward to this.
Well, this is the real litmus test here, as it were, because where is European Derby ranking real-wise versus American Derby ranking real-wise? So we'll be going into our interview shortly, but this, like I said, this will be that litmus test, and that's what I want to see here. This will tell us what's going on. So we're going to be throwing down shortly to, I believe it is Brom with one of the Austin Anarchy guys. I cannot see his number from here. He's so far away. And he's just going back to us, but it's fine. There's some replays of the action from earlier on. All smiles and laughter.
Yeah, I'm not positive it is. But yeah, definitely we're going to be shooting down to Brom for the interview. So thank you so much for joining us, and make sure you stay tuned.
Oh, we have had our final score, by the way, officially. It is 205 to Puget Sound Outcasts and 162 to Austin Anarchy.